What's up, Alabama fans? This is Brandon, aka Fresh. I'm back. I told y'all thought I was playing? I told y'all I was coming. Told y'all I was coming, man. I'm coming with the heat, coming with the fire. Back with the Alabama football insight and perspective. Y'all know what to do. Front row seat, run them likes up. I'm trying to get to 750 total, really 1,000. Yeah, the ante's been up. I got to get to 1,000 with this one because we're talking about quarterbacks and we're talking about what I think and who I think is going to be Alabama's starting quarterback for the 2023 NCAA season. So again, before I even give y'all that information, I need 100 out the gate. Y'all already know how I get down. 100 likes, smash the like button. Go ahead and share this with any and everybody that you know that's an Alabama fan. Let's go. All right, so do I need to give a drum roll or should I just kind of fill y'all in just for a moment? All right, so Alabama has 3 players vying for the starting quarterback position. The candidates: Jalen Milroe, an exceptional athlete, filled in for a couple games last year while Bryce Young was injured. I thought he did a pretty decent job overall. Definitely had his struggles, which is fair. I mean, it's understandable. It should be understandable just for the average person. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people within the fan base that is giving them a little bit more of a hard time than I believe he should have gotten. Jalen Milroe, redshirt sophomore, Katy, Texas. Then you have Ty Simpson, who just has the pedigree. He just looks like he's born to play quarterback. Very mobile, has a wonderful arm. I love the way that the ball comes and how it just looks coming off of his arm. And you have the Notre Dame transfer, Tyler Buchner, who has the insight, the familiarity, if you will, with Tommy Rees. So imagine going to a place of the unknown, which Tommy Rees is coming from Notre Dame to Alabama. One prestigious program to the creme de la creme, so to speak, when it comes to Alabama being at the very top in college football. So going from one to another, and then you're able to bring something that's familiar with you. So, one can imagine someone who's been there with you, while you've been at one place. You've seen this person in meetings. You've seen this person in practice. So Tommy Rees, kind of going back with what Coach Prime said, he brought some luggage with him. It's up to us to determine whether it's Louis or if it's, Walmart brand. So we'll see come fall camp. But these are the 3 prospects, and this has been a long time. When is the last time Alabama has had 3 guys vying for a quarterback position? 2016? Blake Barnett, Jalen Hurts, Cooper Bateman. Is that what we're going back to that? Or am I wrong? Maybe Cooper Bateman was the year before. But it's been a long time since there's been a quarterback battle that has lasted from the spring all the way to the fall. And that's where things get really interesting. So those that are in the media, like Tustin, Alabama, and everybody else, this will be a very, very interesting, and even for the fans, it's probably going to be extremely entertaining. Hopefully Nick Saban decides to not use the COVID protocols that have been going on for 3 years now and allow media to attend practices, so we can actually get some eyes on the situation. So here's what I think. All right, so you got Lamar Jackson 2.0 basically and Jalen Milroe. You have just a combination of just really good quarterbacks and Ty Simpson. You can just throw whatever you like in terms of a really good arm, a really good head with understanding that understands the nuances of the position, as well as mobile. And then Tyler Buchner, who just has a lot of experience playing, Division I high stakes college football. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, are you ready? Lean in closely. I'm gonna whisper. No, I'm not gonna whisper, but lean in closely. Drum roll. What I think and who I think is going to be Alabama's starting quarterback is Mr. Jalen Milroe. That's right, I said it. and I believe it. Y'all have to understand one thing. Playing quarterback, not just at Alabama, but really anywhere, is not just about the talent. Yes, talent is major. You have to be able to play. But it's also about who wants to roll with you. That's big. I don't care what it is. Who wants to roll with you? It's almost like if y'all remember the Titans, Rev gets hurt and he brings Sunshine in. Sunshine comes in, he said, hey man, these guys need to know I'm not just some punk kid from California with some long hair, even before they cut it. I'm a football player. Y'all gonna feel me on the first play. Who wants to run through the wall for me? And they say, hey man, that's boy cold, boy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like Jalen Milroe brings to this Alabama team. Somebody who has waited his turn, who has hunger, who has leadership. He's brought a whole slew of people to Florida with him to go out there and train. Now that may seem like a small thing, but that's a major thing, because first of all, I'm not following nobody nowhere if I don't like you or trust you or want to be around you. I'm just not going to do that. All right. And I think that's a very telling nuance with this whole conversation and discussion, is that people want to follow this guy. So here let's break down Jalen Milroe just for a moment. I'm not going to take too much of y'all's time. What do we know about Jalen Milroe? All right, he's played major high school football in Katy, Texas. Anybody that knows anything about Texas football, you might as well say it's like a step below like Division II football. It might even be on the same level because of just how big and enormous it is. It was nothing else for the magnitude, maybe not for the talent and skill level, but for the magnitude. And even probably some Division I programs, depending on where you go. So he's not a stranger to high stakes, pressurized moments of big time football. Doesn't compare to Alabama. Let's not get it twisted, okay? I don't want nobody coming at me. I understand that. But he's been through that, having the eyes on him as a quarterback. What else do we know? I've never seen an Alabama quarterback with that particular athletic skill set. Jalen Hurts was phenomenal. Blake Sims was phenomenal. But when you combine someone that is a legit 6'2", Blake Sims was 6 foot, like even, barely 6 foot. Jalen Hurts, I stood next to him, a solid 6'1", and he was a solid 220 too. I mean, he looks the part. Jalen Milroe is every bit of 6'2", and same thing. He's built like a linebacker. He looks like he could actually go line up next to Deontay Lawson in the middle and be just as effective there. And not just that, look at the speed. The speed that this guy possesses. Legit 4.4 speed. It might even be 4.3 for all I know. Haven't seen that. Jalen was a 4.6 guy. 4.5-ish, 4.6. Mid 4.5, 4.6 guy. Which is very good. There's a big difference between 4.55 and 4.55, 4.6 to 4.4. A big difference. That's how dynamic that is. And this is someone who is going to be playing quarterback at the University of Alabama. Now, let's talk about his arm, okay? I did a video on this last year about, what I thought about Jalen Milroe. Y'all can check that out. And I said, if this guy can improve his passing from what he had already shown, if he can just improve his passing, I believe that the sky's the limit for him. Like Lamar Jackson, I mean, that's the floor, is Lamar Jackson. And what we saw, last year, against Texas A&M, Arkansas, you saw a scared redshirt freshman. All right. But what I did see is what people lamented Jalen Hurts about was, okay, you're focused on one side of the field. If it's not there, you're taking off and running. All right. Never saw him scan the field at all his first 2 years at Alabama. Not one time. If the first read was there, he put it right on the money. If it wasn't there, he just took off running or he threw it out of bounds. He didn't make a lot of mistakes, but he wasn't making enough plays with his arm in necessary situations. So what have I seen from Jalen Milroe? The spring game, I don't think was indicative of what we probably can see all together, but still made some pretty decent decisions with the football. Not as consistent as I would have liked, but a lot of good as well. Considering that he pretty much didn't have the threat of his legs. They didn't run a whole lot of of boot action. Definitely didn't use a lot of RPO type stuff, which I believe that you'll see. So you got a lot of vanilla stuff that, it doesn't tell the entire scope of what Jalen Milroe can bring. So Jalen Milroe has a lot of work to do. I don't really want to see a ton of videos of him lifting weights. I want to see, how he's working on his mechanics. His mechanics to me, are, I don't know if it's a Texas thing, because Vince Young had that little side sling motion or whatever, and I'm not a big fan of that. I want my quarterback throwing, from the right pocket, in terms of arm slot. And I don't see a lot of, you talking about Tyler Simpson, it just looks beautiful. So this is not a knock on Simpson. I just think that, I would go with Jalen Milroe based on what I believe he will bring from a leadership standpoint. You're not going to get the athlete. I mean, if you want to run the football, this is the guy to do it. I mean, talk about having, 4 running backs on your stable, but then your quarterback is a huge threat in the running game, but he can also make, the requisite throws that you need. Just got to, sharpen some things up. So I don't know. Let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Please leave some comments in the comment section below. Remember to share this with your favorite Alabama fan. Got some exciting news coming. New podcast coming soon. A few days. Announcement will be made. Just had some wonderful conversations with a company that we're doing some business with. So look out for that. It's coming. It's coming. Make sure y'all run these likes up. I'm not going to drop no more videos until these likes get to what I like. And you already know. Fit 500 was last year. 750 is the new benchmark. 750 is the goal. Get me to that number, and make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. Touchdown Alabama, TD Alabama Mag on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go ahead and run that up. And guys, can't wait to continue this throughout the rest of the college football season. I'm coming. And this is Brandon, aka Fresh, signing off.